Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is Tuesday, December 6, 2011. Let's get right into the charts here this morning. You're going to see the S&P 500 E-mini futures are trading slightly higher by about a point so far this morning. They were a little bit higher earlier and have sold off. The U.S. dollar index has caught a pretty solid bid. You can take a look at the dollar here. Basically, around the same time that the market put in a high, you'll see that the U.S. dollar index put in a low, has been rallying up ever since, and ultimately deflating the S&P futures. So again, futures are still higher by about $1.25 at the moment. We'll see if they can hold up here. But either way, it's been a tremendous run ever since the pivot low that was made on November 25th. The markets have really soared higher each and every day, even yesterday. A little bit volatile, but nonetheless, the markets did scratch out another gain. They're overdue now for a pullback, but so far that has not yet occurred. So we'll have to just be patient here, wait and see exactly how this market plays out and shakes out. But nonetheless, markets basically opening up flat today, just up 1 point on the S&P 500 E-mini futures. Now, a couple of things to go over. All of the European markets right now are basically a little bit lower. You do have the German DAX down about 1%. Athens, Greece, I believe, is down about 1%, and then you have the CAC 40, which is France, down about 4 tenths of 1%. The London FTSE 100 is actually positive, just by 1 tenth of 1%. So not a big deal there. We'll see how this all plays out. But you are getting yesterday after the close, I believe Standard & Poor's put 15 different countries in the European Union on downgrade review. Today they're going to actually hold a Q&A at 8:30 in the morning. So just getting underway any moment now will be an S&P press conference, and they're going to talk about what's going on in Europe. But either way, that's really not a big deal. I think you could just follow the dollar. As long as the dollar moves higher, the markets will likely move lower. Sometimes in the month of December, the dollar and the inverse relationship between the U.S. dollar index and the stock market is not as correlated, and I think that's due to the light volume and all the trading days that are going to be light surrounding the holidays in the United States and abroad. So in any case, that's what we're seeing right now. On the December 9th, I believe, there will be a big meeting in Europe beginning. Another one of these meetings. I believe Tim Geithner is headed over there. So, we'll see how that all goes. But nonetheless, these markets have had a tremendous run. Either way, they're due for a pullback. Whether one happens or not, I'm honestly not sure. So we'll just see how it all plays out. Now, a couple of things to go over. First, we're going to look at oil. Oil is basically flat today. You see the USO trading right around the $38.91 level, closed at 39.01. So not really much action there in oil. Looks like spot crude is just down basically a touch here by about 7 or 8 cents at the moment, trading right around the 102 level, $102 a barrel. Gold is down this morning. Take a look at the GLD, and that's telling us the markets are likely to deflate a little bit. And you can see the GLD trading down to the 166 level, getting a little bit of a bounce higher here, but nonetheless, GLD is trading lower today. Same goes for the SLV. SLV is trading down to the $30.76 level. SLV closed, I believe, yesterday around 31.05. So that is trading down, a little bit in the pre-market. And whenever gold and silver are lower, it usually tells us the markets are deflating a little bit. When gold and silver move up higher, it tells us the stock markets are going to inflate. So again, we are starting off a little bit lower in gold and silver, and that should be noted. All right, couple of stocks in here. There wasn't too much today. I did look. I spent a fair amount of time looking around, but one is Darden Restaurants. Stock sold off pretty sharply. Went down to around the 43 level. I think there's a fair amount of support down here. If it does fall lower, watch the 41 or maybe the $40.75 level. There should be a lot of support there if Darden Restaurants gets down there. So you're likely to see a bounce around this level. I'm not even sure it will get down there, but if it does, watch $40.75. That will really be the spot in my opinion. So right around there. Okay, so watch that level. Should be very, very good support for Darden Restaurants. Let's take a look at AutoZone. I'm not really seeing any great action in AutoZone. It's really all over the map. The stock has a ton of resistance around 340, 345. So we'll have to see how the market opens up. But this company also reported earnings, but I think it was already baked into the cake. I would not go chasing AutoZone here. If it does move higher, so be it. But I would not chase it up here. Let's take a look at 3M. I think they reaffirmed the outlook. You can see the stock is trading up a little bit. This stock has upside potential to around 84, maybe even $85. I'm not sure it gets there today in this kind of a market, but that I would not be shorting the stock. It does have strength up to that area. Let me take a look, and I think that's about it today, believe it or not. It's a very, very quiet day. I'm not really seeing anything standing out too much. All of the financial stocks are just pulling back slightly. I'll show you JP Morgan, which I feel is the most important financial out there. You'll see it's pulling back a little bit, but this has had a big, big move, a great run higher. So to see a little bit of a pullback in the financials is really not a bit of a surprise at all. They're due to pull back a little bit, in my opinion. That pretty much covers it this morning. Not too much to really go over. There's no economic news, so we'll have to see if there's any comments out of Europe to move this market. But all traders should simply just watch the U.S. dollar index. That will tell you everything you need to know. I'll leave it there. Anything else, just be a little bit cautious here. These markets have had a big, big move and are certainly due for a little bit of a pullback. With that said, have a great trading morning, great trading day, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care now.